We're back. So immediately I'm getting that there's a level of interference. Because I was watching something about Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith and all that stuff. And, you know, around here we always encourage you to use discernment, use your third eye, tap into your intuition when it comes to these things that are being sensationalized. Nothing's by accident. And so let's talk about it. Let's talk about the snake in the grass, the layers of skin that must be shed for growth. In my personal opinion, right, with my spiritual eyes, I see Stephen A. Smith as a member of the Boule. Period. Point blank. Um, and I feel like Shannon Sharp stepped outside of his lane. For years, I have personally referred to this man as an angry leprechaun because that's what I see when I look at him. The energy of a trickster. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that. And so, once you see it, you can't unsee it. All right, like once you look at him and you see the leprechaun, you'll never unsee it. Anyway, and so Shannon Sharp has been going through tears and tears of humiliation rituals for years now. Anytime you see this man in terms of up and coming black athletic elites, right? This is what you're going to see. You know, controversy, sensationalism, uh, conspiracy, all of that. And so they build you up to chop you down. Okay? It's just that simple. If he survives it, he'll elevate. You know, years back, I ran across somebody who was a part of a particular order, real happenstance. And he mentioned something about having the strength to bear, right? Ten of Wands, Hangman. Because the level of initiation that he had to go through was going to leave this man bare. In order for him to elevate, and he didn't give into details, by the way. It wasn't that sort of encounter. But what it did was plant a beautiful seed that I needed to have going forward in this very spiritual world that I was embarking upon. You know, deals are made, coaxing is a part of it. But if you look back, you'll see a lot of things that are hidden in plain sight. And so the things that are happening with him pertaining to his prowess, his escapades, his things that should be behind closed door, you know what I mean? All of this is supposed to happen. This is just his way of gaining entry to the upper echelon. It is what it is. If you go back, you will see over and over and over again. It is the same playbook, no matter who they are. See? Everybody's involved. Stephen A. Smith is a gatekeeper. Shannon Sharp was being trained as a gatekeeper. He didn't know which way to go. You know what I mean? He was straddling the fence. And here we are. So, Eight of Swords, King of Pentacles, right? There's the Ten of Pentacles, and there's the Two of Cups. Agreements are made, okay? Deals are signed. And if you step out of line, it's so swift how quickly they bring it all to an end because of the things that are done in the dark with that scorpionic energy, especially when it comes to investments and assets and people who sponsor. Right. It's a choice. If you obey, you thrive. If you're disobedient, Five of Pentacles, you're outcast, humiliated. People ignore the simplicity of what this is. Two of Swords, Devil, Ten of Swords. Cut through the bullshit, y'all. It is what it is. Use your spiritual eyes. I cannot stress this enough. So the snake in the grass is the ever-present snake in the grass. Once upon a time, that sort of gatekeeper was the. It just depends on the arena, but I think that's part of the reason why I've never cared for Oprah's energy. Never met her, don't care to. But it's that. I don't know. The Boulay have a very particular energy signature, and that's what I get from all of this. Control mechanisms. They play a game for material assets. You know, we're playing for souls, as the sun was just there. You know, we're playing for keeps, not for assets, not for materialism, for pure love, divine light, for salvation. Different. I wanted to cover that because it was on the top of my mind. Now, I had looked into the etymology of the name Smith, right? Working like with metals, right? Blacksmithing, metallurgy, things of that nature. But the terminology of sharp came through. And I said, isn't that interesting? Let's see. Now, this is a different search engine, so it might give me slightly different results. Of course, that's an occupational surname, right? So it's funny, right? Because the name comes all the way back, goes all the way back to Middle English, Psalter of God, when He created light, right? Again, these are spiritual things that are happening. Let me find a site, even though it's a different search engine. Hold Should have sent the screenshot to myself anyway. Okay. To cut, work with a sharp instrument, knife for cutting, carving, chisel, right? And then think about this sort of war, this perception of a war that's going on, and this ego thing that's been going on, right? I don't know if you're following it, but it's just interesting when you look at it with spiritual vision. It truly is. And then if you look up the word Smith, you know, the first martyr of the Christian church, et cetera, et cetera. Like, right, it gets a little deep. And so I consider Stephen A. Smith a type of harbinger in the entertainment world. When he shows up, him being trickster energy, again, I see a leprechaun, that weird shit's about to happen in your life. You know, it's always those people that you don't pay attention to, but they're there. And, you know, I mean, like their presence is not benign. It's not. They all collaborate together. This is all alleged. You know what I mean? This is me and my spiritual vision. This is not anything about facts. This is just what I see when I tune in with my third eye. Okay? It's just being honest. What's the point of having a second sight if you don't use it? Discernment is real. They work for these people, these hidden hands. We'll see. I personally think the right thing to do is to stay silent if I were Mr. Sharp. and focus on keeping yourself in check. Because really they want to squash the influence that he has. Grade A smear campaign. You know. Right. They see it's if we give it to you, we can take it. See, like they're really it's just a power flex. It's sad because he could really face jail time. Some of this is karma for sure. And it's definitely a setup. I'm just telling y'all now. Ten of Swords, Devil, Nine of Wands, King of Wands. For whatever reason, that's truly making me feel like, you know, that very infamous interview where, you know, he allowed someone to have a platform to speak their truth. And they really feel like he should have, you know, controlled that situation, stepped in on behalf of all that they represent. You know, this high priestess hidden hand energy. She kept them from spilling secrets. There's a heavy, heavy, heavy regret about this contract. And it's not about the current one. It's about the one that was signed behind closed doors, allegedly. You know, this is all for entertainment purposes, you know. Let's see. What's outside? He's Cancer. Virgo as his ascendant, Cancer as his moon, and Gemini as his black Lilith. Lord have mercy. Wow. Yeah, that makes so much sense. And it's crazy because the way in which he would usually be able to deal with frustration, he can't. I would go to Belize. I don't know what's down there for you, but I don't know. I was like looking at Believe, and I was like, Belize. Yeah, you need to go for a little R&R someplace, dude. You really do. Confirmation. Hmm. That's wild. Mm. See that dark. Oof, 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 oof. And it's funny because it's like you see the high priestess with the moon right here representing the moon, and you have the Gemini energy, right? His moon is his black moon. Ooh, fuck, man. All right, you into some kinky shit? Nothing against you. Ain't my business. He's very high-headed. You know, the one thing I'm seeing that really is going to play out beneficially, that if he's in the right and he really didn't do anything, he should be okay with this. Just looking at his actual natal chart, he's in the right. Because I'm really not getting. Let me look at this correctly. Interesting. Oh, he into the shits though. I'm just very much so. He gets a lot of luck from good works put in from previous lifetimes. I'm seeing that. That love energy. That's a little precarious. You got some kinks. But so what? Ain't nobody judging. I see that right. Uh, Now I'm just pulling this off the internet, so I can't attest to accuracy. So his north node's in Aries, south node's in Libra. But he's also got Eros in Libra and Ceres. Yeah, asteroids matter. They certainly do. Juno, and it's part of fortune. And then he's got Chiron and Aries. So, oh, oh. When I say shit catch up to this man, shit catch up to this man. And Neptune and Scorpio, buddy, that's what got you here. Natural inclination to occult activities. And then Mars in Cancer, them emotions, and Venus in Cancer, bull. And then Mercury and Gemini exalted at the same time with the Ascendant in Virgo. That mouthpiece, though, that temper, though, that's some real shit, man. tell you like this. There's a level of you ain't grateful and da da da, but this is karmic. This is actually much bigger than him. This is chickens coming home to roost. I want to check out the other bull real quick. I'm not doing a lot on them, but it was again, it's on my mind. It's really on my mind. This is, I'm telling you, he should come out on top. I feel like this is divine intervention. This is God like trying to save this man from himself. He been running from this for a minute. He got some emotional problems. He do. But with those placements, it really some things is out of his control. But it's time. He's been running from this shit for a minute. You don't go take your ass to get some therapy. But it's gonna come to light about your activities playing with these hidden hands. Chariot, Hierophant, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups. They want you to come groveling back to them. But I feel like God is giving you a chance because I do feel like you had a Christian upbringing to repent and make it right. It's like I'm really getting that energy to tell the truth and shame the devil. Reclaim your spiritual protection. As I say that, tell the truth and shame the devil. But because the people that you wrapped up with, oh, this initiation ain't nothing to fuck with that fool energy. Man. Because it don't get better from here. Like, it gets much more intricate. Like, you're just scratching the tip of the iceberg. Honestly, I feel like you, tier 4, this is your intro to tier 4. I'm 4th degree. I don't fucking know, but that's what I'm getting. And Stephen A. Smith is a Libra. See what I mean? With Pluto and Virgo, they got a lot of fuck. Mercury and Venus, Moon in Pisces, Sun in Libra. See, if I put these two through a Sanistry chart, I could almost guarantee that there would be some sort of major fated event that conjuncts between the two of them. Just by looking at the raw data, I'm like, wait, what? He's got Saturn in Aries. Mars and Sag, man. So when he anyway, let me just tell you, he is sanctioned by the higher ups with Mars and Sag to go on these attacks. Quite literally. He's sanctioned. 7 of Pentacles, right? That's Taurian energy, right? That's some higher ups he's talking about. The string pullers. If you notice in some interviews, he's talking about, Disney this and Disney that. The motherfuckers he bend the knee to, the one who signed his checks. Talking about, I own this and I own that. Yeah, not talking like that. Sound like that ass and that soul is owned. Just saying. See what I mean? There is some sort of faded chemistry, faded event between these two. Man. Yeah. He's being sent in. I feel like it's going to come out where some of this money was coming from. A lot of moving parts behind there. Look, as I say that. Yeah. Yeah. It's being spiritually lined up. Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords. Mark my words. 3 of Wands, Knight of Swords. 5 of Cups to the world. It's gonna be. I don't like it. It's gonna be something coming out. Hermit energy. Oh, some investigation. Somebody looking into things. Shit don't make sense. All right, Holy Spirit. What else do you have for us for this evening? What other snakes in the grass are there that we need to know about the Divine Collective? Not to be funny, but there's definitely somebody in, one of y'all communities, building, something like that. Oh no, there's a snake in the grass. So we have the Emperor, right? I feel like that's the capping energy. Somebody don't really like how content and in your power you are. Listen. And they really want to disturb this, right? They don't like this contentment that you're feeling. This emotional balance. Like all this chaos going on around you and you cool. Like you're not oblivious to it. Like you tapped in with your foot in the water, but you're not controlled by it. Like you were truly in your third. Look, Four of Wands, Ace of Cups. Look, Ace of Pentacles. Somebody too focused. They want to take this from you. Look. Because if they can get you out of sorts emotionally, energetically, I really need to watch your backs. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Yeah, they really want to take that from you. They want to get through your protection, but they can't. So it's like they come in bearing false kindnesses. Mm, mm, mm. I'm also seeing here that, there's some untrustworthy energy. Look at this, right? And I feel like somebody's trying to come towards you in this sort of rushed energy, overwhelmed, out of sorts, hoping that, you'll be like, oh my gosh, calm down, right? And you will open some sort of access with the Four of Wands here, right? And you won't see their true intentions. Like this person is in the Five of Pentacles, okay? Whatever that means to you. They could be sick in all sorts of ways. But they want you to give and receive with them. This person's in the middle of receiving karmic retribution. And it's because of this sort of attitude. But I feel like with the Emperor sitting there, it feels very domineering. Like somehow they feel like They could stonewall you. Child. You are being told to really contemplate and meditate before you make any decisive actions or moves when it comes to this person. Almost outright hold back. But I do understand some of you are very compassionate, etc., etc. Um, and I know how you hate to see people down and out. But I just told you they're receiving karmic retribution, right? So this snake in the grass, right? As long as the grass is tall and you can't see their activities, that's how they feel. Like, but really, this person is a con. They're a thief. They're a trickster. They're a charlatan. You understand? And if they could, they would take you out, take you down. And so I don't feel like it's your job to interfere with whatever they're going through. It's their cup. You don't need to take on the weight of their responsibilities. Let them deal with what it is they conjured up in their life. Let them go through this healing journey. Don't interfere. Somebody just want to give you their problems. You think they showing up with good news? They not. I'm telling you now. Some of you already got this person blocked. You don't want none. You sacrifice quite a bit. And you're really being instructed to not give this person energy. Not your money, not your time, not nothing. They're bolder to carry around. They gotta work through their karma. I'm not even kidding. Eight of Pentacles to the Wheel of Fortune. Hierophant. Because they was doing some treacherous stuff, you know, either working with a dark practitioner or they themselves being a dark practitioner, doing real treacherous things. They gotta make amends. Yeah, I keep seeing this Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords. This person was like really coming after you for your abundance. All right, let's pick these up. Yeah, they part of something. Stick-up artists. Anyway, there's a lot of new beginners coming in, regardless of the people who've tried to bite your ankles, inject venom. Yo, somebody coming right to you to lie to your face. I don't know what that's about. But I also saw somebody is lying about how well they're doing. They're not doing great. They're trying to manifest a better life, but they not. They just getting by. And ain't no judgment. Okay? That's just what it is. That energy is going to manifest to this person. It's not a fake it till you make it. It's gratitude. That's what I'm getting. And then there's another snake in your grass I'm seeing. Somebody got sex addiction. The devil to the Eight of Wands. Be careful. Look, whoever, listen, I love that. Strength is right on top of that devil. Like, I feel like whoever that person is to you would appeal to your lower self. They would really intrigue your ego. Look, High Priestess. Trust your intuition. You know who this is. Look, Nine of Wands. I feel like this person give you the ick anyway. Because there's something about their sexual energy. Like, you just kind of put off by it. Like, you can feel other energies at play. Look. Wow. I feel like whoever this person is, They are a type of karmic test, one that you're going to pass with flying colors. But again, it's just an acknowledgement that this person at one time would have really appealed to your lower self, okay? Look, Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to feel very, very grateful that you held back, that you chose logic and reasoning and your spiritual journey and trusting your intuition opposed to giving in to this person could be a Capricorn or got a heavily aspected, or they really just operate in their lower energies. That's really what I'm feeling with these heavy hitters coming out like this. Yeah. Eight of Cups, King of Pentacles, excuse me, King of Wands. Like, you walked away from this person, or you will, or you're being guided to. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, I'm just gonna say, in your immaturity, pre-awakening, this would have been someone you truly, truly desired. King of Wands, absolutely. You'd have been like, yeah, 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 but now look at you. Again, it's the energy of this person. This cuspy energy with Capricorn and Aquarius. It's like you could just, it's too much. Something was off, something was odd, out of place. Just, it disturbed your spirit. They're saying you were right to defend your beliefs, stand your, like, say if you really don't get down like that because of all this growth and understanding and enlightenment that you have, right? And then here comes somebody, a type of Casanova, right? Trying to convince you they something that they not, but everything in you is like, I think you a test. I think if I indulge with you, everything in my life gonna go topsy turvy. No, I think I'm gonna pass on this. I think at a time in my life I would have really liked this, but now not so much. And this person came at you directly as a test from the universe to challenge your beliefs to see if you really had grown. For some of you, this hasn't happened. For some of you, it has. Okay, right. Again, there was this odd familiarity, like Six of Cups, right? A little too familiar. Look at you go. Ten of Cups, right? I feel like what you want is so much bigger than any of this could have offered. Like, King of Wands is nice, right? But the Ten of Cups came out here. That's somebody who is much more, or a situation rather, that is healed, that is fruitful, that is prosperous, that is in alignment with divine harmony. You know what I mean? Right. Look, Knight of Cups. Look at that. Exactly. Exactly. And then I feel like for some of you, they sent in a charmer. See, the King of Wands can be aggressive when they're in their uh shadow element, or they could be very charming, charismatic, Knight of Cups energy, you know what I mean? They could play the romantic, they can't sustain it because that's really not their nature. But even in that, something about it was like, nah, I shouldn't indulge in this. Again, this something about this person that invoked an emotion just wasn't right. It's like somebody was too much like family. Another one too much in their victimhood, too restricted by their upbringing. Five of Pentacles, Taurian energy. Wow. Look, Queen of Swords. See how this, like, you're getting better and better at recognizing what it is you need to not entertain or entertain. Like, you're not really relying on your own understanding anymore. You're seeking a higher power. You're going within. You're seeking confirmation from the design, from the divine before you act. You're according to the grand design. Right. Okay. We got the Three of Swords. Right. Wow. I love that. Wow. You didn't take on anybody else's wounding, anybody else's hurt, anybody else's projections. Three of Swords to the Seven of Wands. You push back against false narratives. Back to that Three of Swords. You believed in yourself and your mission and who and what it is that you want and desire energetically, emotionally speaking. And you're willing to take the time to heal yourself, to cultivate yourself with sheer will and determination, knowing that you are entitled to this level of joy and happiness. And it take however long it take. See, a lack of urgency is how you win these things. Simply by having a level of self-control. Oh man, it's beautiful energy. I really do like this a lot because it shows the evolution. When someone starts to move from a place of feeling, heart-centeredness, opposed to moving about from a place of ego and spontaneity. There's nothing wrong with a little spontaneity, but following your passions all the time will get you into a lot of trouble. Being intentional, being focused and conscientious about where it is you want to go and the reason why things occur. Learning what's important to fight for and what is not. And I feel like it's important to fight for yourself, your own stability, that in which you love, and that in which you believe in. And those aren't absolutes, but that's what I'm getting in this particular reading. Hold on. Okay. And so much of this feels like it's tradition based, upbringing based, culturally based. Somebody said, I am not accepting the bare minimum from myself nor anyone else. And I do feel like in terms of relationships, partnerships, again, I just saw the Hierophant, that Taurian energy is very prominent. Second house. And there's a lot of energy of communication here. of having the courage to speak up and not remaining silent, but also knowing how to speak and communicate in such a way that is helpful, diplomatic, even with justice there, Libra energy, instead of abrasive, instead of manipulative and controlling and using outbursts and that sort of mechanism as a form of control. Very much the experience someone had growing up, it feels like. And then also this energy of it's the not settling with this Knight of Cups, Five of Pentacles. It's like struggle love is not love. It's one thing to be with somebody as you both achieve and work your way up to either for a common goal or independently of each other, whichever. But at the same time, having someone for the sake of having someone is not the way in which to go about it. So for some of you, the snake in your grass is you yourself and you shedding the old skin, shedding the old you, finding that rock. We're going to call it truth, and doing the irritating work of rubbing and frictioning and loosening so you can grow spiritually for your highest and greatest good, for the best version of yourself. Right. Seriously. Learning those lessons, finally. Closing out old cycles, old versions of you. As much as this is a victory reef, it's very much the Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail. Right. Facing the deceptions and the shortcomings of some of these practices, some of these beliefs, some of these teachings. Really, really searching for a higher type of love, a pure love, a much more spiritual meaning. Pretty cool. What other messages? Wow, look. So, wow. Congratulations. I'm seeing someone's about to get communication about finding out news of an unexpected pregnancy. This is a byproduct of a one night stand, is what I'm getting. Knight of Wands energy, but the child is a blessing, Ace of Cups. Okay. This information could be coming from an Aquarian. I don't know how, you might be a doula or something like that, but somehow you're a part of this miracle and creation. This person wants to tell you first for some reason. Oh, you're a healer. Okay. This person may need a place to stay in the long term, but this is a magical child. I'm just saying. I see how it was created. Okay. This isn't a ritual. This person got pregnant through a ritual. Okay. See all those wands? See all those cups? She wasn't the only person. This was like an orgy type setting. Yeah, this is definitely an Aquarian. Yeah. And it's funny, right? Because you're a light worker. Because look, this person wants you to bless them. This child that they carry, they do. They're gonna try to lie to you, light worker, about this child's father, and it's somebody they're really romantically and they're in love with and all of that, and there's plans for the future. They're gonna hold back the absolute truth about this person being involved in the occult and dark magic, this person being a warlock. Interesting. Interesting. So somebody who fucks around with black magic gets knocked up in some sort of fuck fest, because that's what it's given. Some sort of dark magic ritual orgy. And this person, this is a side message to what I was just talking about, by the way. Ace of Swords came out. They really do want you to put a blessing on this child. I'm not kidding, because they know how it was conceived. And I do feel like the plan for this child is to be utilized, its energy in some other form of ritual, right? You see the magician, see the child, the magician, and then the Four of Swords, right? That's a mausoleum, people. Right. This person, listen, they know you wouldn't help them if you really knew the truth. This could be a person in your family. Ten of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, or a friend of yours, or a family like friend. Ooh, they need to go deep within. I feel like you need to use discernment, but you're going to see it immediately. This person going to come to you and you're going to see it. Oh, it's up to you. Let me pick these up. I'm going to say congratulations on your healing journey and the successes of it, because that's not easy. Yeah. The moment they find out that they got that person is pregnant, the participants of said experience, they gonna want that energy. They really need child. Yeah, they could work with that. Eight of Pentacles, Three of Wands. See, there was this level of expectation about conception when they all came together like this. They just didn't think somebody was going to end up in a deep state of regret when they found out that they were pregnant. But this was all this was a cloaked aspect of this encounter. Right. That the two is something in the ritual about identifying potentially unawakened divine masculine and feminines, because that's what that feels like. And any energy, any child that was conceived in that experience, that energy would be exchanged amongst them. But this is some sort of violation of spiritual law and the contract of these two. It can't be done. Yeah. Like I said, unawakened, it can't be done. Somebody's soulmate looking for them. Hermit to the Two of Cups, they looking for you. I don't know if you realize you're putting out some sort of SOS, but your spirit is putting out some sort of SOS or some sort of signal for your soulmate to find you. Okay? It's not something that you're saying, it's your heart space. Yeah, man. Oh, protect this area, protect this city, protect this state, country, world. Truly. Mm, mm, mm. They ready. Okay. What else do you have? Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Hey, I'm on vacation. Yes. I'm not even kidding. Look. 4 swords, 3 of wands, 3 of cups. Child, where you want to go? Hey, I'm on vacation every single day. They like, look, start looking. Also, if somebody tried to send you some sort of affliction, child, please, using some sort of party at 3, you a light worker. That ass gonna get sick. Look, Ace of Wands. But back to this vacation thing. Where you want to go? You about to go on a spiritual retreat? It look like hermit, light worker, Ace of Wands, wherever it is, it's holier than the mother. Yeah, look, Tower, Queen of Cups. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Look at this. Ooh, you about to recharge your battery. Look for some place you got a deep emotional connection to. They already sending you nudges, by the way. Comfort, calm, nourishing, healing, emotionally stable. Yeah, you about to go to like Club fucking Med or some shit, but they want you to look, yes. Queen of Swords to the Temperance. Right. 9 of Wands to the Ace of Swords. Yeah, they want you to wine, boo-boo. Hey. How's everything in your world, sweetie? Yeah, somebody burning the candle at both ends. Um, real quick, sidebar, maybe pertaining to the upper part of this. Listen, somebody need to go check they peep, go check yourself. All right? I don't know what that's about. But if you gonna be out there actively dating people, ladies and gentlemen, you need to make sure all your shit is correct and in order, okay? And anybody that you entertaining, ladies, especially my light workers, you need to make sure you need to have better conversations with people. It ain't just about what you can see with the eyes. You better use your spiritual eyes. Yeah. Don't let your ego get you fucked up or lack thereof. You better talk. You be like, what's your status? Oh, good. You're back. I know you good and protected. Hellish Ward, yeah. Yeah. See, lovers. Um, somebody like, I don't need no surprises. All right, not to be crass. I'm gonna try to make this as tactful as humanly possible. I'm talking to someone in the trans community in particular, okay? A trans woman, okay? I don't mean to single you out. I don't mean to target you in no way, but but you in particular need to go talk to somebody, or you need to have a conversation with the person that you're dating. And I'm getting so much real quick because there are certain protocols that must be done on a daily basis. And if you're having any sort of weird, go see, like, man, go to your doctor, please. I don't like what I don't like what I'm seeing. But I do want to say this, right? For my light workers who literally been in hermit mode, who haven't been outdoors, it's amazing, right? Because I feel like strongly that there was some sort of attempt to bring instability to your rest, your peace, your comfort, your health, your well being, because these people thought you were outside dating. Seriously, they were expecting you to be out and about. One, you're very attractive. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands energy, you're very attractive. Okay, you're loving. I'm sure you get lots of attention. But what they were very much surprised with is that hermit mode, light worker, Ace of Wands. Like, it's not like that. You really looking for the like something greater. The lovers is here. Like, you're not dating. Right. See? Hangman. You put all of that on the back burner for your spiritual journey. This is what you're focused on. Not even joking. That's what you're focused on. Right. And you're really solid in this position. Like, you're here or you're here. Either you're with the person, your kingdom spouse, right? And you got all the insight and confirmation you need from the divine, or you are here. Very much so. And you're very comfortable. And so any sort of plot, plan, or strategy to try to approach you, to hurt you, to harm you by sending someone towards you, you're very content. You're at peace. You're sleeping well. You're at ease. You're not even looking because you're on another wavelength. Exactly. Look, Four of Wands. You're not worried about it. Somebody like, I'm in the house. I don't know what the fuck y'all thought. I'm I'm chilling. Like, I feel like this is a new level for you. This is a new threshold for you. And it should be enjoyed. Live like you were dying. Right. And I feel like that's where you are. But the Four of Swords showing up, you cool. You content. Yeah, these people confused. I don't feel like they saw that coming. And it's not because there's a lack of options. This is about lessons learned. Enjoying wherever you are in your life. That's beautiful. Right. Like, you had enough lows to where you comfortable enjoying these highs. Yeah, see? High Priestess energy. You really cool. You in spirit is cool. Y'all so cool. I think it confuses people because you truly are happy. They're like, there's no way, like, it's just as simple as what you see is what you get. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people don't like themselves. And they definitely don't like to be alone with themselves. And so they find themselves going out looking for something or someone to occupy their time. It is what it is. Okay, what else do we need to know? Hmm. So the Knight of Cups just came out in the block position. I feel like somebody could be trying to do work on your creativity to try to force you out the house, by the way. You see the Seven of Wands to the Four of Wands energy, because this is why they want to disrupt you. They want to force you outside. Look. You're easier to watch, and that way they can send this person towards you that they want you to slip up with. Yeah. Instead of waiting on the Lord type shit. I'm not even joking. Look. Ace of Cups to the Eight of Wands, right? And then on the other side, Two of Wands to the Ace of Pentacles, right? Seven of Pentacles, Chariot. Look at this, like, the similar energies here. Okay? There's the Justice card. Then look, there's this Devil energy, right? Six of Swords, right? There's that Dark Worker card. And there's this King of Cups. We saw the Queen of Cups, right? So they're trying to figure out a way. But, so if you getting discontent, bored, and irritable, I'm telling you, you got somebody working on you, trying to get you out the house. And the divine, like, I got somebody for you, and I know you listening to, God-given advice and information. Right. Whoever the water sign energy is, because I literally have just seen the King of Cups, the Page of Cups, there's the Knight of Cups, right? Queen has already been out here. And so, yeah, this person's a water sign. They could even be triple water, by the way. Yeah, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Even South Node. South Node's in Scorpio is what I'm getting. Yeah. They want you to fall for that person instead of you paying attention to this energy coming in. Because the Queen of Wands is here, right? Here's this Page of Wands, Moon. This is the energy, the work. It's funny because they think you're expecting a King of Cups type energy, right? Because you're in this Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands like vibe. But here's the thing. The Queen of Cups is looking at a cup with two angels and a cross on top, right? This Lover's card has these two people and this angel. They not even on the same wavelength of comprehension to understand what it is that you have been manifesting. And I'm not going to tell them. It's just when people think they know you enough to do work against you and they don't. And if you picking up nervous energy, it's a Sagittarius. I don't know um yeah, definitely. Definitely. This person is somehow working with a family member or somebody in your community, whatever that community may be. But when you picking up nervous energy, it's the fucking Sag. Absolutely. I keep seeing the Ace of Swords. This man has watched you evolve in such a way. They are just infinitely intrigued at this point. Never gonna get it. Oh, they so funny. They hit you with the En Vogue. Nigga, they said you're not in fashion no more. They En Vogue. You're not. Wow. Wow. When I say they could be mean, I mean they could be mean. Not only will you never get it, they're saying you're not even fashionable anymore. You played out. You're passe. Wow. Wow. Yo. Bombastic side eye. Like, what? How the kiddos doing? All right. What other messages do you have before? All right, Queen of Wands comes back out. Well, you spicy, baby. And the moon, huh? Oh. Somebody riding around under the cover of darkness doing what? I would pay attention to y'all cars. If it's not private, lock and key, gated, garage, something like that, pay attention to your vehicles. Especially if you're hearing a lot of dogs barking in your neighborhood. I feel like somebody being real fucking smug. Like they driving around, right, smugly. I don't know if this person got a restraining order or what, but I don't think they supposed to be there. Yeah, look. Seven of Wands, Lovers. This person trying to see if you got somebody in the crib. And if you do, they trying to, disrupt what you got going on. They definitely want to know if you found somebody else, if you have moved on. That's crazy. This person just got out of jail, I saw. Yeah, look. Page of Swords. I told you the ass is watching. To the Six of Wands, to the Five of Wands. They want to know who coming and going, who you giving your attention to. They want to see if they know this person. All this crazy shit. They jelly. A lot of Leo energy out here. Like a lot. I feel like the reason why this person got a restraining order is because they got physical. I genuinely do. All right, so I'm seeing 6776. Hold on, let's take a peek at that. Okay, it is a powerful message of stability, harmony, spiritual fulfillment. It encourages you to trust your path, assuring you that your material needs will be met as you pursue your soul's mission. Additionally, this number indicates that good things are on their way. Yeah, I claim it, I claim it, I claim it. And your angel number, excuse me, and your angels are assisting you in reaching your destiny. It also emphasizes the importance of restoring balance and harmony in your life. Overall, seeing 6776 is a sign that your guardian angels are trying to communicate and guide you. Message. Look at the angels. They're all around you. And what you not listening to? I feel like they're trying to give you what you want, trying to guide you to what you want. And you might be just like, nah, flat out refusing. Is it the person? Do you think this person too arrogant? But I will say, whoever it is, they will fight for you. Yeah, see, look. Look, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Look at this shit here. We start with the Queen of Wands. Look, 4 cups, 2 of cups. Look who right there, King of Wands. This person match your energy, boo. She said, no. Queen of Wands said, oh, no. To the no, no, no. Yo, you funny. Ma'am. She like, I'm an empress. Okay. I want an emperor. Oh, well, you know. Listen, you may not want. Anyway, shut up. Anyway, the angel's trying to guide you to somebody, and you like, no. Why? Why don't you want this person? Because you said you're empress, right? But this person, look, King of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, right? You out here, like, feel like fucking yourself up right now with the Ten of Swords to the Two of Swords because you're not accepting the guidance. Like you like, nah. Eight of Pentacles to the World. Like this somebody who gonna work it out for you. This person will get, man, I don't think you're seeing correctly. Feel like you got some more healing to do. Cause this your match. King of Wands, right? Saw the King of Pentacles. I see the Queen of Pentacles. Like this your person. What you think is wrong with them? Hold on. Cause you like, nah. And I get the whole Empress thing, but the King of Pentacles ain't nothing. No damn. Tell you, ma'am. Tell you. What do you think is wrong with this person? Hold on. What deck do I want to use? Sorry, babe. Why? Why is the collective ignoring their angels? Why are they rejecting this message? They're saying you being dramatic, trying too hard, starter, player. See, this you. I don't know. Tell you, it's you. It's you. I love you, but it's you. This ain't about being really you being too picky, but you playing. I don't know if this person don't fit the aesthetic that you're looking for. And that's to each his own. I'm not telling you who to be with. I'm just reading the cards. But you doing too fucking much. Because they talking to you. You literally surrounded by them. They trying to guide you to what's best for you. But you out here in the Five of Wands. See? Extra player. Like you playing too much. Yeah. Look, doing too much. See what I said? What your auntie tell you? You doing too much. Kinky ways and laughter. See what I mean? Do you not think this person can satisfy you? It's like, yeah, they fun, they light, you know, they make me laugh, da da da. But what is this person of outside kids? Is there no chemistry? Is there no passion? It's not what you expected. Whoever this person is, they are not who and what you expected, is what I'm getting. You're not giving them a real chance. Reconciliation, soul tribe, close friends. I feel like I got more in common than a little bit. Yes, this person is a type of black sheep. Yes, they do defy cultural norms, stereotypical norms. You would keep this person as a sneaky link. Yo, you play too fucking much. But keeping them like as your person, you know, your other half. Yo, you so funny. Somebody like, listen, for real, I'm not taking this seriously because you're going to cheat on this person. And you know you're going to cheat on this person because you still got growing to do. You would feel like you would be stealing from them that it wouldn't be right. Because there's some underlying stereotypical type things, superficial things that you don't like about this person. It'd be different if it was like, oh, they give me the ick and, you know, I don't know, But I don't think that's what this is. I really don't. I feel like this is not the type of person you thought you was going to end up with, but this is your soulmate, boo. This the one who going to treat you right, love you right. And there's receipts. Yeah, look, this is the Clyde to your Bonnie and the Bonnie to your Clyde. You so funny. Like, I feel like I'm on the couch with you right now and we drinking wine, although we not. and I'm laughing my ass off, and you trying to like explain one of them situations. You know how sometimes you see a pet or an animal somewhere and they're like, it's cute. Like it's almost a question. Like you don't understand why you like it, but you do, and it's just something kind of quirky and cute about it. Like I feel like this is where we are with this person. I've never felt like the King of Wands in this energy, but the Queen of Wands is definitely perceiving this person in this way. It is just like I just you mean this is the one? Like we 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 could date, like we could be friends, you know, you could be my sneaky link. Like, oh my god, it's so funny the energy. You're gonna feel different by cuffing season, is what I'm seeing here. Roller coaster of love. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be your boo. And y'all gonna be lusty for each other and everything else. And I know right now you're not feeling it. You don't understand. Right? You play too much stuff. Like, no, I don't. That's the angels, they not playing with you. You got 3 of them out here. They like stop being a brick wall. Guard all high and shit. They trying to get you past lusty relationships, man. They trying to get you actually into cuffing season, cuffed up. But you being all stubborn and shit. This is part of your soul family. Quit being so extra and take this heart to heart real quick. This is what you need to know. Whoever this person is, I'm not even being funny. They're filthy fucking rich. And I don't know if you know that. It shouldn't make a difference. But I keep looking at this dirty money card and it's not feeling like it normally do. I'm telling you, they're loaded. That will not be the deciding factor because you'll never know. But boy, the moment you allow this person to court you, to romance you, man, shit. Oh yeah, you gonna see. Right now, it may not feel like that. Shit. First they're gonna shower you. Okay. They more than funny. They got some kink. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how you read in this person. I feel like you got them so wrong. But it's okay. They in it for the long haul. It's okay. Whatever this fog is, it's gonna lift real soon. We need some attention. We need some attention. Alright, let me just pull for this Queen of Wands and the Moon. I also feel like this person is just getting out of some sort of karmic cycle. You know, you could reject this person. It's your choice, but I do feel like you would regret it. Don't reject them for a Knight of Wands energy. That's stupid. The Knight of Wands is just going to break your heart, and you know it. Knight of Wands to the Three of Swords. Come on now. It's an energy, not a sign. You know, it's just an immature, quick fix, little snackety snack on the karmic highway. One you gonna regret consuming later. You're gonna be like, oh, bubble guts. Yep, fuck with a Knight of Wands, you're gonna have bubble guts. Yeah, exactly. See, look. See. See. I know you think they not, but they are. You think I'm an empress, motherfucker. Who you think you attracting? Yo, He like, I need a ride or die chick. Yo, they play too much. Anyway, Queen of Wands, Moon, please. Look, Moon came right back out. Somebody doing some work on you. Straight up. Straight up. Look. Casting, projecting, sending energy your way. Look, they don't want to be seen. It could be a Leo in the shadow. Very much so with all this Leo energy. Yeah, look, jealous bitch. Jealous fucking bitch. I don't care if you got a... I'm sorry, but I'm not. Y'all know how my mouth get, and if you don't know, welcome to the club. Jealous. I don't care if you a man or a woman. This energy, you a jealous bitch. Yeah, look, magician on the bottom. Look, 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 look. Look at that. Look at that. It's okay. Archangel Michael got it. And this person's energy is also helping. This person that you don't want, the one, yeah, but they helping. Ooh. I feel like it's so much more to this person. Like you really not even seeing what's under the surface yet. So much potential strength. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we picked up the owl energy before. This is somebody in the background. This is somebody like trying to hide their hand, trying to move. It's okay. That's why this chariot keeps showing up over and over and over again right next to this shit, because the universe is working on your behalf to remove out any obstacles and challenges that have been placed there outside of sanction. If the universe need to do something, they do it. But this shit ain't gonna be tolerated. Okay? So you got a little jealous bitch fucking with you, playing with moon magic, you know, who wants your attention, by the way. 6 of Wands, 5 of Wands. They really do want your attention. But they don't really want the smoke, right? Look, they think they do. 5 of Swords, right? Okay, but your spirit team, like, by any means necessary, okay. What's going to happen to this little jealous person in the background? All the illusions, all the glamour, it's all being blocked, being stopped. Right, 7 of Swords. Like, they haven't gotten away with anything. Like, this is all part of the, like, grand plan, divine plan. Look, with justice on the bottom. The worst thing they could have did was come for you, was what I'm getting. Out of all the choices that they had, putting you in a was a bad idea. And it's going to be a lot, too. 10 of Wands. Right. Like, somebody about to go through some pretty dramatic changes. I feel like they thought it was going to be easy also doing this against you, but it actually is exhausting this person. They tired of shit trying to take from you, trying to sneak this and attack you. Child, please look. I feel like you make it look so easy. This person also think you very smug, collective. They think you smug, 9 of Cups. Yeah, they do. But they can't help but watch you. Look, star. You got that it factor, star, page of swords. They can't help but look. They can't help but watch you. Isn't that funny? Look how the cards keep coming out. That's already out here. Look, page of swords, 9 of cups. See? That's wow. Lovers, lovers, like this is wow. Ace of wands. What else do we know about this person who's struggling? right now. Remember, this is what they wanted. Five of Swords. They wanted the smoke. By any means. Hell-bent determined. Ace of Swords. There we go. Absolute clarity. Whatever's coming is their business. Well, listen, I don't think you concerned. We was over here talking about love and shit. Look, exactly. Sun to the lovers. Exactly. That's what we was over here talking about. And this person who wants some fucking attention, they about to get it, but not from the... look at this shit. Five of Wands came right back out. Nine of Swords. There's the Chariot. Nine of Cups came right back out. It's crazy. But they gonna be in a world of hurt. I'm even seeing like conditions that go into the next lifetime. I feel like this person won't have enough time on the planet to actually clear this debt. Wow. So they going into the next one. Yeah, look, as I say that, full world. They going into the next one. Already with this Saturn energy on them. They coming, man. That's crazy. Yeah, they about to get recycled. Judgment to Tower. Wow. Page of Pentacles. This gonna be one of them people that's gonna rush to reincarnate. Listen, as I live and breathe, Wheel of Fortune. Anyway, that's all right. Keep playing with Moon Magic. All right, guys, I love you. I'm going to leave it here, okay? Be well. Be well. Hey, Allie, if you still on the member section of the page, I posted a reading there, members only. You might want to check it out. You know, energy's irrelevant. I mean, time's illusion and energy and all of that. I need to go have some water or something. Tripping over my tongue and my words, and I don't like it. But yeah, check that out. And yeah, guys, if you're not a member, maybe think about joining, you know, different tiers. There's some content, all that good shit. All right. But if you are a member, it's available to you. All righty. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.